My soul!
My choice!
My soul!
My choice!
Justin, still at it, huh?
Clara, still working for the bad guys?
Elstree Multinational are hardly the bad guys.
Any company with multinational in the name is a bad guy.
I'm sure there are one or two exceptions.
Sure. Come back to me when you think of one. Look, I want to ask you something. You're the only soul mapper that comes out here and talks to us every day. Now you must be curious.
I wouldn't say...
Why don't we meet for lunch sometime? Talk it out? I know the protesting can be a little much for some people.
I really don't think Elstree would like me getting involved in these kinds of groups. I don't want to upset them. They're protective of their image. They'll fire you for that kind of thing.
So the multinational company that fires you for speaking your mind is not the bad guy? Okay, cool.
It's not that simple, and you know it. Elstree isn't in an easy position. The government is constantly breathing down their necks. The laws are always changing. We're working with technology that no one truly understands.
Oh yeah, poor Elstree. Must suck to have all that money and power.
They're not making the laws. They're just trying to keep up. You know, the Pope himself excommunicated the Elstrees for apostatizing from the teachings of the church.
Shh. Excommunication hasn't been relevant in years.
It is if you're Catholic.
Are the Elstrees Catholic?
Well, no.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying, fuck it. I like them and I like Elstree. I believe in what we are doing. It's not all smooth sailing like you make it out to be. We help people. We help people understand who they are and face their problems. I get thank you cards from many of my patients. Did you know that? Just last week, I got a card saying I helped someone finally find the root of their addiction issues. I really do hope you have a good day out there. Looks like there's a lot less of you protesters.
Yeah, well, people don't want to be stuck outside in the freezing New York winter. Me, I'm not afraid of a little hard work. I'm ready for this.
You're dedicated, I'll give you that. Well, have a nice day.
You too, corporate shill.
Listen, no, Gran. I'm at work. You know I'm not supposed to be on the phone here. No, I didn't mean that I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. No, you can't use the oven. Ah, shoot. Gran, I'll be home soon. I'll make dinner. I always make dinner. Please don't worry about it. I know I don't get out much. No, I don't know how I'm going to meet a nice girl, but you'll burn the house down. Don't use the oven.
Are you on the phone again, Lee? You know what I said.
No, it's just the TV. Gran, I have to go. I love you. Please don't use the oven.
Well, turn it up then.
The Supreme Court will be deliberating today and tomorrow on whether or not to take on objections against the controversial Continual Justice Act, which passed by a narrow margin in June. In related news, the FBI's Past Life Crimes Division is on the lookout for the reincarnation of serial killer David Gain. Gain was imprisoned for multiple child murders in the early to mid-1990s and was given back-to-back life sentences, but committed suicide in prison after only 4 months. Sarah Kubiak, mother of one of the victims and one of the main voices behind the Continual Justice Act, sat down with us to share her story.
David Gain stole my son, my child, and the children of so many others. We know their souls may have returned to earth, but that is cold comfort. Gain took the easy way out and barely served his sentence. He could right now be back on the loose, a free person, murdering again. That's why I dedicated such a large part of my life to the Continual Justice Act. When it successfully passed last year, it was validation of years of effort. Criminals must be held accountable for their heinous crimes.
Can you tell us exactly what the Continual Justice Act is? There seems to be some confusion amongst our viewers.
Of course. So, as we all know, we can't remember our past lives, at least in general. However, just because you can't remember doing something doesn't mean you didn't do it. People who committed a serious crime like murder and have been sentenced by a jury still have to carry out the rest of their sentence when we find them in this lifetime.
There are many people who don't agree with the Continual Justice Act. They think that once someone comes back, the slate should be wiped clean. What are your thoughts on that?
If they'd suffered the same kind of unimaginable horror and loss that I and too many others have, I think they'd see things differently. This isn't about persecuting the innocent. It's about accountability and justice. It's why I've pushed so hard for the Continual Justice Act and why I'm so grateful to Senator Finlay for all of his efforts.
Ham on rye. Here you go, son. Who's next?
Tuna salad on toast, no tomatoes.
Turkey and Swiss on a hard roll.
Gotcha. You can wait over there. It'll be out in a moment.
I don't know about this Continual Justice Act. I mean, if someone's dead and comes back again, shouldn't they get another chance?
Not if they're still the same twisted lunatic. I mean, yeah, they might change, but are we willing to take the risk?
Honestly, I'm just glad I got mapped before the Continual Justice Act passed. I mean, I'm not a serial killer. Never have been. Didn't think I was, but I'm not so sure I'd get mapped now. Seems like a pretty big risk.
I'm doing it next week.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Even with...
I mean, the whole point of this is what? Those bad people are bad, right? That's why they're being taken away. It's not like people are being taken away for stealing a candy bar 100 years ago. These are the worst of society. I think deep down you'd know if that was you.
I don't think you would. There was a lot in my past lives I didn't know about.
Plus, you know how I'm moving soon? I found this great new website that will introduce you to roommates based on your soul readings. Roommatesoulmate.com it's called. You should check it out.
So what, they put you with people you like or something? You're destined to be this person's roommate?
No, nothing so crazy as that. Just, safe people. I'm not very picky with my roommates. They just have to pick up after themselves, do the dishes, and not be a murderer. I don't think that's too much to ask, and I'm happy to prove it about myself. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, it makes me feel much safer.
I can see that.
Besides, if you don't, why not? What are you trying to hide? I think I'm a more trusting person when I'm surrounded by those who have been soul mapped. I can just assume people are good now. Or at least not that bad. It's nice. I never had that before.
I don't mean to eavesdrop, but I work at Elstree. I'm Clara, by the way. And this is exactly what Elstree is all about. That's why it's such a great company. We help people. I'm so glad you're getting mapped. It really is a great experience.
Thanks.
And as a soul mapper myself, I agree with you. Very few souls are truly that bad. I've been a soul mapper for the last 5 years. I was actually part of the first class to graduate with a master's degree in soul diagnostics, and I've never come across a soul that would fall under the Continual Justice Act. It's much less common than you'd expect. Reading souls can be pretty complicated. It can take time. How it works is this. Data is often downloaded while the patient gets to go home. Wait a few days, get the results over email. It's why we're so careful to verify addresses before we start, so we can find you if there is an issue. But honestly, that's so rare. It's usually just 3 to 5 business days and then a download about all your wonderful past lives.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Creepy.
Anyway.
Tuna on toast, no tomatoes, turkey on Swiss.
That's us. Have a nice day.
What'll it be today, Clara? The usual?
Hey, Stan. The usual's great.
So, you're one of those soul mappers, huh? Must have some freaky stories.
A few, but not as much as you think. Most people are pretty basic, really.
Gotta say, I was expecting something a little more interesting.
No, sorry. I happen to think it's pretty cool, actually.
Uh-huh. Next!
Hey, lady, for the record, I think it's pretty cool too.
Thanks.
The police don't have any suspects yet in the David Gain case, but are on the lookout for a person over the age of 20, likely male, possibly with a birthmark on their neck.
Hey, honey. Long day? Come sit down with me. Hey, hon. You okay? You look stressed. Work again?
No, not really. Well, kinda. I got talking to some people at the deli today. I was explaining how soul mapping worked and just the looks on their faces when they found out I was working for Elstree. They were horrified.
Oh, I'm sure they weren't. It's just, it's still really new to a lot of people.
It's been 7 years, Jess. We have to get used to it eventually.
They were probably curious.
I'm telling you, after hearing what I had to say, they couldn't wait to get out of there.
Why did they ask you in the first place?
The news was on all about the Continual Justice Act, and they were talking about it.
And you jumped in on their conversation?
Kind of.
Oh, honey. You can't just do that. Especially in New York. We don't talk to people here, remember? Stranger danger?
But only to clarify, they seemed interested.
Until a stranger in a deli started lecturing them.
Okay. I mean, the way they hurried off, you'd think I was David Gain or something. I feel so embarrassed.
I think it's cute. I love it when you Clara-splain to me.
I do not Clara-splain.
You do, and you know it. Your eyes light up and you talk fast, and if people aren't careful, you gesticulate so wildly you knock wine glasses over.
Oh, please don't bring that time up. I still don't think your mother has forgiven me.
I mean, that rug was a family heirloom, but she'll get over it in, a few more years. Or whenever you get down on one knee and make an honest woman out of me. Anyway, what do you care what two randos in a deli think? You know you're awesome.
Well, that's just it. It's not just two randos in a deli, it's everyone. I mean, the protesters are still there at work every day. I'm practically buddies with one. Justin, whatever. But even if we were friends, he still hates what I do.
I think there are lots of people out there that really appreciate what you do. I think you're a rock star.
You're my girlfriend. You have to say that.
No, I'm just good at spotting talent when I see it. Take me, for instance. I'm amazing and very cute.
God, I love your self-confidence. Wish I had that.
Fake it till you make it, honey.
Anyway, about Justin. He invited me out to talk about Elstree.
Well, that's nice, right? Friends are good. Does he know about us? Is it a date?
He doesn't know. It just never came up. But I still don't think it's a date. He's pretty earnest about his beliefs.
So what's the problem?
Well, what if Elstree finds out, assumes I'm getting into some radical revolutionary anti-soul mapping thing? I could get fired.
Don't you think that's a little paranoid?
Well, yeah, I guess. I'm very aware of how far I've come to get here. And it's not like soul mapping is a translatable skill. And they are the only company in the world right now doing this. Legally, at least. What if they start looking into my past? What if they uncover...
Don't even say it, Clara, or I swear.
Look, I don't want to talk about it. Because I know you don't want to. But I still think about it a lot, and I need to know if it's too risky to talk to this guy.
Just be a normal person.
How can I? If now I have to report normal people for crimes they didn't even commit in this lifetime. And I feel so guilty all the time and so afraid like the life I'm building is worthless because eventually it'll just be ripped away.
I'm not talking about this, Clara.
Please. I can't talk to a therapist. I can't tell my friends. I'm stressed all the time.
I helped you. You owe me. I get it. I get that this is hard for you, and I'm sorry. I really am. But I can't help you any more than I already have.
I help you too. Like with your party, I did what you wanted. I got you.
You think helping me with a party is the same as this?
Of course not. I'm just saying. I'm trying.
I know the Continual Justice Act has rattled you. And I know you're hoping it will be repealed, but it's not talking about normal people like you and me. Do you really want serial killers out on the loose, rapists, terrorists? No? Well, those are the people you are helping to stop, not us. So when the day comes for you to report someone, you just have to do it.
But it's not the same. It's not like...
Look, Clara, I know this takes some adjusting too, but if, say, a politician had blackmailed and bribed their way to the top, but they promised they changed because it was years ago, would you believe them?
Well, no.
And you'd want them to be held accountable?
Yes, I'm not convinced it's the same thing. When we're reborn, we lose our memories. We start afresh. Our brain chemistry completely changes. Our environment shapes us anew. I know it's the same soul, but we are different people, aren't we?
Are we? There are souls, Clara. They matter.
They matter, yeah. But I think we're supposed to have second chances, get fresh starts. What if that's the point of death?
Oh, you're starting to sound like those religious nuts. Oh, God has a plan and people should be able to just go to confession, get absolution.
They're not nuts. And there is something to be said for atonement.
All right, well, there's clearly no talking to you about this, so please, can we drop the subject? You know what it does to me.
I'm sorry, honey. Can I take you out to dinner? Make up for it?
Okay, yeah, that sounds nice.
Good. I'll get us a table at that nice Italian place. You can get all dressed up and I'll tell you how gorgeous you are.
Thank you. It's a date.
Congress stalled on the budget resolution today after months of negotiation.
Hey, Lee, make sure to stack those cans of green beans 4 deep. They're on sale and they'll go like hotcakes.
Yes, boss.
And in response to the controversial passing of the Continual Justice Act, Senator Grant Finley of Virginia had this to say.
I'm so very proud of what we've accomplished with the Continual Justice Act. The recently formed FBI Past Lives Crime Division has been extremely successful so far. For anyone still worrying, I can tell you this. Stop. Don't worry. Criminals will not be able to escape justice anymore.
Stop worrying. You're just a regular guy doing a good job. Just breathe. You're a kind and decent person. You never hurt anyone.
Lee,
Yes? Yeah, boss.
those beans aren't going to stack themselves. Quit your daydreaming and get back to work.
Yeah, of course, boss. Sorry about that.
You okay, kid? You seemed a bit jumpy today.
Yeah, sorry, boss. I'll try not to be distracted tomorrow.
Don't drink so much coffee. That stuff's no good for your nerves or your ticker. And look, screw the beans. Why don't you go home early? I know your grandma's not doing so well.
Really? Thanks.
In fact, let's just call it early today. You can lock up, right?
Sure.
You're a good kid.
Right. Thanks. Hey, can I ask you, does having that show on all the time, having news about past life criminals, does it ever make you feel a bit jumpy? Like it's normal, right? To be kind of paranoid. No one knows what we did in a past life. Any of us could be arrested at any time, so...
Paranoid? Me? Nah. I know I ain't got nothing in my past. I'm a city kid, a New Yorker, and I'm pretty sure I have been for the last 1,000 years. Nothing more, nothing less.
That's not possible.
Why are you asking anyway? You worried? You hiding something?
No, God, no. Just, thinking about it. Anyways, good night.
Night, kid. And don't forget to turn off the light in the back before you leave.
Ah, damn. They closed early.
Ah!
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't... It's just been a long day. But, you're that soul mapper lady, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Actually, I forgot. We are open.
You forgot? This sounds very creepy.
No, I know. I'm sorry. But I really need to talk to you.
About what?
I really don't want to say in public.
I don't know. Being lured into a darkened shop?
I know, it's weird. If you don't want to, it's okay.
You're not going to tell me out here? Or look, why not tomorrow? I'll come by when there are more people around.
No, it's okay. Never mind.
Are you really not going to tell me? God damn my curiosity. This might be the day it gets me killed. All right then, let's talk. But I'm staying by the door. All I wanted was a bagel.
Thank you.
So, what is it?
Well, do you think it's possible for people to know who they were in a past life without soul mapping?
It's possible. There are some traditional approaches to past life regression that have been proven to have some amount of merit. However, it's just so difficult to know what's fraudulent, a mistake, or wishful thinking. That's the beauty of modern soul mapping. The machines don't lie.
Okay, but what about, say, if someone just knew, like through dreams or something?
Everyone thinks they was someone important. Joan of Arc, because Shaka, you don't fancy being burned alive, or Marie Antoinette, because you like pretty jewelry. Now, if you had some actual data on the topic, like being able to tell us something about the deceased that you had no way of knowing, then I would be interested. But dreams are just dreams.
And if I did have that?
You'd have a responsibility to come forward so we can better understand the transference of knowledge after death.
But what if it's bad?
How bad? I'm sorry, I can't help you if I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'll just say it. I think I was David Gain.
What? Why?
Oh God, I don't even want to say it, but I recently found some short stories I did as a kid. They mirror a lot of his life, not his crimes. I wasn't a psychopath, but like his childhood and stuff. And when I was a kid, I used to be obsessed with this campsite. I went up every day for years to explore it. A couple of years later, the police found it was where he had buried many of the bodies. And also...
I'm sorry, I need to leave.
Why? Is that bad? That's bad, isn't it?
It's not good.
Damn it, I knew it. Okay, well, the door's open if you want to leave. I obviously won't stop you, but I'm just really hoping you can stay for a little. I need your help. I just don't know what else to do.
Look, don't... It's not conclusive. It could be a coincidence, but I can see why you're concerned.
What would you do? Would you get mapped? Do you think I should go to prison?
Oh, God, I don't know you well enough to say.
I'm really scared.
Yeah, I get that.
I feel like every day I'm just living on borrowed time, but also I'm going crazy because, well, what if you are right? What if this is just a wild coincidence? What if I'm killing myself over nothing, but what if I'm not? I just want to know.
I understand.
I know it's a big ask. I know I'm just a stranger. You don't owe me anything, but if there's anything you can do to help me, I think you might be my only hope.
What do you actually want me to do?
Just map me. And if it is what I think it is, give me enough time to say goodbye to my grandma. Just a phone call. That's it. And then you can call the police. I just don't want her to find out listening to the news.
All right, then. Let's do this. Come on.
Wait, what?
It's late on a Thursday. There will be barely anyone there. Make it easier.
Are you serious?
Enough time for a final phone call sounds fair. Look, I believe in Elstree and what we do, but I understand where you're coming from. I know that's not a lot, but I'm probably the most sympathetic mapper you are going to get.
Thank you. That means the world to me.
Here we are.
Wow, it's pretty,
Imposing? Yeah, it freaks some people out when they first see it.
Does it hurt? No, of course it doesn't. That's stupid.
No, a lot of people ask, actually, but it doesn't hurt at all. Some people say they have a floating-like feeling, but most really don't feel anything.
Okay. So, what do I have to do?
Just step up on the platform.
Then what?
Just stand there. I'll do the rest.
Does this record things? I mean, what you find from my past lives?
Typically, but I've said it not to. I was actually surprised at how easy it was. They clearly don't expect people to do this kind of thing. Anyway, you can step into the machine whenever you're ready.
Okay, here goes.
Okay. Mapping has begun.
Is it working? Are you seeing anything?
Yes, just glimpses. Usually we analyze after the mapping session so we can get the full detail. I can give you bits and pieces now. I can see what looks like an old steam engine and a little girl. I think you were a child in the late 1800s. You look happy.
Good. Good.
Wait, what's that? It looks like... Oh, no. I think someone fell. A person fell off the back of the train. It's a woman. A woman who's close to you? Maybe your mother? Or a governess?
Am I still happy?
Yes. Wait, I mean, no. You're crying now.
Oh, thank God. That's good, right? Crying over someone getting hurt. Compassion.
Okay. Another one is coming in. Different time period now. Older. Much older. It looks like a desert, but I don't see any structure. I see a row of people walking. No, it's some kind of chain gang. Slaves.
I'm a slave?
I think so, but wait. No. You have a whip.
Fuck. Are you sure?
I'm sure. And they're crying, pleading with you. You look like you're enjoying it.
I wouldn't do that.
New images coming in now. It's a... Oh, my God. It's a man. He's holding something. I can't see what it is. And there's someone on the ground. Small. Oh my God, it's a child. And the man, he's holding Jesus. I've never... Oh my God, I think I'm going to be sick. I'm sorry. I've never seen anything like that before.
Is it what I expected?
Yeah, it's exactly that. That was horrible.
Jesus. I'm so sorry. Here, have a tissue.
Get away from me.
Oh, of course. I'm so sorry.
Please, don't hurt me.
Of course, I'm not going to... Do you want me to call the police? I can do it myself.
I just need a minute. Give me that tissue. I don't care how hard you think you are. Actually seeing it happen in this level of detail, there's nothing like it.
I'm sorry. Can I get you anything? A coffee or...
Is this you trying to run away?
What? No. God, no. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I know it was terrible, but I don't remember it. I didn't even see it.
So, I'm going to have to call the police.
Okay. I understand. Can I call my grandma, though?
Yes, of course. I just need a minute. Have you never... Do you really not have any impulse like that at all?
No, not even close. I swear, I'm a vegan. I can't even imagine hurting animals, let alone people. God knows how I'm going to survive in prison.
It's going to be really tough.
Right to me?
You'd want me to?
Of course. You're a good person, and frankly, I think I'm going to need all the friends I can get. I think things are going to get really bad for me. Oh, fuck.
Hey, it's,
Don't say it's going to be okay. It's not.
I know. I'm sorry.
I had all these plans, you know. I was saving up to go back to school, and I finally had a job I liked. I had a first date set up for tomorrow, and none of that will ever matter again.
You don't know that. Things might get better.
I don't think they will.
All right, look. I'm going to give you this file. It's from a man I mapped this morning. It's a duplicate, so you'll still have to be careful. If anyone looks too closely, it will be obvious that you're a fraud. No matter what, don't get arrested. Just keep your head down, use the number as little as possible, and just good luck.
Hang on, so are you not calling?
No. And honestly, I think you need to get out of the city. Go somewhere a little more resistant to all of this. Somewhere they won't ask as many questions or mandate as many things.
Wait, what is going on?
I don't want to destroy someone's life.
Even after you saw...
I have to believe that people can change. Otherwise, are we doomed to unending war and terror for the rest of existence? To just always make the same dumb mistakes, never learning, never changing? We have to at least try to be better, because if not, what's the point?
I don't know what to say. Thank you. This is... Wow,
I think I know someone that can help you too. Get you out of the city.
Well, I know I said I'd be down to talk, but damn, showing up on my doorstep the next day? You're more eager than I thought.
Yeah, thanks for agreeing to meet us.
Sure. You said it was urgent? What can I do for you? And who's that?
This is Lee. We need your help.
Okay. Why don't you guys come in? Sorry about the mess. 3 roommates, you know how it goes. Anyway, what do you need?
I just mapped Lee.
It's not good.
He has a fake soul record, but he needs to disappear for a while.
Is this some kind of setup? Clara, are the cops with you?
No, I swear.
So what do you think I can do?
I don't know, and you don't have to tell me, but let's be honest. I think you can do something.
I'm sorry, but if I'm putting my freedom on the line here, I'm going to need more than your word.
It's okay. Let's just go. I'm sorry I got you into this.
No. Look, you have to help. He hasn't done anything. I'll pay you.
I need at least a couple of grand.
I don't have that much. And don't even say it, Clara. I'm not taking that money from you.
Look, wouldn't it be helpful if someone on the inside owed you a favor? I'm a soul mapper. I could be useful.
That does sound good.
I have access to all kinds of things, useful things, and you know you can trust me.
Okay, but just so you know, when I call in this favor, it's going to be big. It has to be. Are you going to be okay with that hanging over you?
I can handle it.
Well, good. Glad you're finally on my side.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm not on anyone's side. I just want to do what's right.
That is my side. Anyway, leave it to me. I'll catch you later.
See you. And goodbye, Lee. It was nice knowing you.
You too.
I'm home. Jess? Jess, are you here?
Yes, I'm home. Where have you been?
I'm sorry. I got held up at work. I meant to call, but it was just so busy. With soul mapping being in the news every other minute, we're so backlogged.
So I guess you forgot about date night then.
Oh my God, Jess. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
But you did. And now I'm over here wondering if she's gone crazy and told the whole world about... Or maybe she just doesn't care about me anymore and stood me up.
That's not true.
Oh, really? Are we out on our date then?
No, I just meant that...
You meant you're sorry and it will never happen again.
I do. I swear I do. I had to deal with an emergency. Things have been crazy. You know the Supreme Court refused to hear the petition against the Continual Justice Act?
As well they should.
That set the protesters off even more. They were so crazy, the police had to be called. I got caught up in it. I was scared.
Oh my God. Are you okay?
Yes. Nothing happened, but it's just been... It's been a lot. I'm so sorry, Jess.
It's okay. I'm sorry too. I just miss you. The whole point of the date was for us to get back on track.
I know. And I promise I'll try to be there more.
I want us to be like we were.
Me too. I really do.
You sure everything's okay? You know you can still tell me anything, right?
I know. Everything's okay. At least it will be.
Come on. Let's order a pizza or something.
Sounds good.
I love you, you know.
I know.
All right, this is me. Got about a 6-hour drive ahead of us, so make yourself comfortable.
Where are we going?
Someplace safe. Outside the city. It's remote.
I don't mean to sound ungrateful because I'm not at all, but I take care of my grandma. If I leave, she won't have anyone.
Well, you can't stay out in the open.
I know. I just...
My grandma raised me too, you know. My mom, she wasn't around much. That's not important. What I'm trying to say is, I get it. Needing to be there for them.
Thanks. She's really only got me.
I'll start looking in on her.
Really? That's a lot. She needs it like every day, multiple times a day.
Not a problem. If not me, one of my roommates.
Really?
Really. I'll figure it out. Let's just get going.
Look, I know we don't really know each other, but I want to say thanks. Both you and Clara are taking serious risks on my behalf. I don't really understand why, but I am so grateful.
I don't know what I'm doing a lot of the time. You know, when I first came to the city, I was applying for a job at Elstree.
Really?
Yeah, didn't get it. But I left home acting like I was so much better than everyone else. I wasn't going to just have a factory job, despite the fact that they pay $28 an hour, have great benefits, strong union. No, I thought I was better than that. Thought I was a shoo-in at Elstree.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, of course, I realized that I'm not. That actually, I just want to do an honest day's work and rest easy. But then, just when I was about to go back, my sister, half-sister, my dad, don't worry about it, she got arrested on some bullshit past life crimes charge. And you know what? She wasn't a perfect, I've never done anything wrong and I always look after my grandma type. She done some time. Drugs, skimming credit card, shoplifting, that kind of thing. But she was doing so much better, you know? Finally had a stable boyfriend that didn't beat the crap out of her. Got a nice place together, good side of town. She was going to cosmetology school. Had something to be proud of. And then she got mapped. You know, the ironic thing is, she did it just to treat herself, like it was a fun little thing to do. She was finally earning good money. She could afford it. She saved up so she could afford it. She really wanted to understand herself better, to be better. And all that got taken away for something she can't even remember.
I'm sorry. That must be rough.
So now she's out on bail, and she's at my granddad's orchard, but she doesn't know how to care for it. She can't afford the equipment anyway, so it's just dying around her.
Fuck me. That's bleak.
And it's happening so often. It feels like people just take from us constantly. Honestly, I don't go in for all this philosophical do we change bullshit. I don't know. Maybe. All I know is we gotta be given a chance. We can't keep living the way we are.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm with you on that.
So I have to help people. And I can't go home. Not until something is different. And I don't even know what. Not yet. Not really.
You'll figure it out.
You think?
Yeah. Well, if anyone can, you can.
It's not just me, you know.
Oh?
Let's just say there are more people than you would expect who don't like this at all. And yeah, we've all got our reasons. There's this woman, I shouldn't say, but oh God. It's Ishani Singh. She can't go public with it, but she's putting all her resources toward this. And I know that it won't be easy or straightforward or fast, but I feel like with someone as powerful as her on our side, I know we can make things happen. And she's not down with the police state, I can tell you. Her and I together, we're about to change the world. And you'll be at the threshold.
you.